Hi, my name is Zach Eckhart. I'm 16 years old and a junior at East Helena High School. I have been in 4-H for 6 years. I participate in beef, sheep, and goat. I'm also a junior superintendent for sheep, goat, and the overall outdoor junior superintendent. I also am part of the East Helena FFA chapter, and this will be my 3rd year in that. Thank you for considering my NILE Merot Heifer application. Now I will take you on a tour of our facilities. In this pen that we are standing in, this is our catch pen. This is the pen that we use to catch our steers when we first get them and they aren't used to us. This is like our big pen for like when we have been used to them for a while and we can walk them in. This little pen over here is the one we use to halter them when they're crazy. And then this pen over here for our goats, this is just an extra pen that we have that can be used for the goats or the steers. Over here, this is my current 4-H steer bear. He's quite the sweetheart and has quite the personality. And now we will go to our pasture. So this is our pasture that the heifer will have room to roam in, and we have a lean-to down there for shelter if they don't want to go under the barn right here for shelter. Now over here we have our doe pen that has our 23 does and their kids. This is where they will hang out for most of the time with their 2 feeders that we feed them in and their 2 water troughs. And their shelters that they have those 2 shelters over there, this one right here, and then they can go under the barn over there. Now, over here we have our chicken coop and chicken pen this is where our chickens will live. And then over here we have my sister's rabbit pen where they are sheltered out of the weather and away from predators and the bigger livestock animals. Now I will take you on the tour of our barn where we store our feed and our hay. So in our barn we have our 4 kidding pens for our does when they are having their babies. They'll spend a few days in here to get to know each other, and then they'll go outside. Then at the back of the barn, this is where we will store our hay for the season. And then over here we have our feed for our animals. These 3 are our steer foods. This is CHS Bull Challenger, this is Show Right High Fiber, and then this is Show Right Throttled Up. This is our Show Right Nuco Lamb feed, and that is the Nuco Goat feed. And then in here we have various supplements for the animals, as well as the rabbit food, alfalfa pellets, and beef. Over here from the barn, this is our buck pen where we keep our 2 breeding bucks and then also my 2 pack goats. This is where they will hang out for the majority of their time. And then over here on the pole, we have our big street brush for the cows and the goats to scratch on, as well as their water trough. And then over here is our pen for our breeding lambs and our market wethers. And then they have their 4 little pens for feeding. What else? Over here we have our squeeze chute that we can use to doctor the animals if we need to when they get bigger. I'm applying for a NILE Merot Heifer because I would like to start my own herd and continue raising quality beef. I've enjoyed raising shorthorns for the 5 years that I've done steer. I would like to give a thank you to my parents, my 4-H leaders, and the NILE Merot Heifer Selection Board for considering my application. Thank you.